I think what I noticed the most is that whether someone like I guess believing in themselves,
Yeah.
confidence. So
Hmm.
I think a lot of people, maybe they just had a baby or they haven't worked out in 10 years. Like I've had people come to me that really have not been active in a very long time.
Yeah.
Um, and they just have such a low confidence. I think what people don't realize is their own strength and um, really just their abilities. So no matter how long it's been taking that first step, whether it's working out, whether it's being conscious of what you're eating, like anything, any step in the right direction is a good step.
Mhm.
So, what I that's actually probably the most rewarding thing about my job is seeing people's reactions when they finish, whether it's one workout, whether it's one exercise that they didn't think that they could do. Just this past week, we had a participant who is just starting out on her health and fitness journey, and we do like an end of the class burnout where everyone's clapping for each other, and it's like final gas out,
Yeah.
um, and we had the big battle ropes and you had to do jumping jacks with them. And I know I could see it on her face and her head that she really didn't think that she was going to be able to do it. But because of the environment she was in and everyone was just motivating her to do it, she finished all 10. She didn't modify it or anything. She like did it correctly. So for her, I know um, that was a really rewarding experience for her is to be able to see that she is her biggest obstacle. Like a lot of people want to say, "Oh, I've gained so much weight," or "Oh, this," and like all these excuses. And if you just do it, you'll pleasantly surprise yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I think when it comes to just anything health and fitness and nutrition related, is really just doing it and then staying consistent is my biggest advice to anyone starting out their health and fitness goal or their journey.
I want to ask you, and because a lot of people don't realize, and then what you said it the best. Like um, when you become healthier, it helps in your confidence and your self esteem.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't realize how much um, changing your body can definitely do can affect how you feel as far as your confidence as a man or a woman.
Mhm.
So I want to ask you is like, um, what does when you work out for you, in your own personal experience, because when you started working out and being a trainer, what does it do? What does it do to your self esteem? What does it do to you self esteem and your confidence as a woman,
Mhm.
based on your own experience? Because that's I think what I don't know. Do you follow Tony? I've heard of. I'm sorry, not Tony Robbins. Ever heard of Tony Robbins?
Mhm.
Yeah, the motivational speaker. Like that's one
Yeah.
of the guys I like to consume his content. And then one thing that always stood out to me when I started listening to his content was like he said that I guess somebody asked him I want to if you were to give me one advice to change my life, like what would it be? That was the audience member asking Tony, and Tony said, "Oh, if I had to give you one advice to change your life," he said, "change your body." He said if you can master your body, you can pretty much master everything in your life, because how you feel physically can definitely translate and correlates to how you feel spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. So I'm just interested to hear from you,
Mhm.
because I feel like a lot of people think that because a lot of people think that working out is just for to look good physically, but I to be honest, my younger days, that's why I did it. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to I was trying to attract females. When you're younger,
Yeah.
that's why we work out. Even if you can lie about it, but keep it 100. That's why we all worked out
Yeah,
when
you
we're
wanna look
younger.
good. Uh-huh.
Look good. But now I don't even, it's not for me working now. It's not even about the physical aspect. It's more of my mental health and just feeling healthy.
Mhm.
I feel good when I'm healthy. I have energy when I'm healthy. When I feel less stressed. There's studies have shown that when you work out, you're less stressed. It takes away stress, especially when you work out. So for me, it's not even about the physical aspect of it. It's just the mental and emotional aspect. And I feel emotionally, mentally better, healthier, working out. And then and of course, just being fit is just the plus that comes with it.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about it. Your own personal experience of working out, and what does it do to you mentally, emotionally, spiritually? It's up to you. I want people to hear that, because like people think this, working out is just for the looks.
Yeah.
And
And exactly, that's not it. I think a lot of people think they also just correlate or they relate working out to losing weight. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, and when you have that mindset of losing weight, then there's an end goal. And when there's an end goal, that means you're done once you
yeah,
reach it, right? No, like
yeah,
working out is something that you should do at least a couple times a week. And I'm not saying you need to do some intense hit workout or CrossFit every day. It could be as minimal as on Saturday morning, I'm going to go for a 30-minute walk around the neighborhood.
mhm,
Because once your body is getting active, getting moving, sweating, it naturally releases endorphins, right? So it naturally makes you happy.
mhm.
Not just that, but when you get your blood flowing, you get usually it correlates to getting more rest. Obviously, getting more rest means you're not going to be grumpy. You're again going to be happier, less stressed, like you said. When you work out, a lot of times, just mentally, I notice people who work out are less inclined to want to eat McDonald's or want to eat Jack in the Box because I just worked out. Why do I want to waste it on a meal that is just going to completely um, cancel out that whole hour I just put in, you know?
Yeah,
So there's all these different things that are connected to one simple activity. And again, I know I want to be empathetic to people who don't, I say simple because for me, I work out almost every day, right? That's a
yeah,
simple
yeah,
activity for me.
yeah,
But again, it doesn't need to be super hardcore. It could be a bike ride. It could be anything for you to get active and also to get in the right mindset of putting time aside for yourself. And I think I want to say I don't know if that's what he meant by it by the quote that if you get your body right, then everything else will kind of fall into place.
yeah,
But yeah, like because once you are able to prioritize your time and know that this 1 hour, this 30 minutes of working out is for me to feel good, for my health, for my own well being. And then, of course, there's the other bonus of, now my boyfriend will think I look good too, or whatever the physical
yeah,
aspect of it is. Um, but solely for you, I think that's something that it really is life changing. Like health and fitness, um, it adds on years to your life. You don't want to, suffer from too many health issues at a young age. And a lot of our people do. And it's like if you made these smaller sacrifices of working out, and it's not even a sacrifice because I know a lot of people in my class now, they enjoy coming to class. Once you get over the hump of seeing working out as something um, difficult and look at it as something beneficial and look at it as something as a fun challenge or whatever it may be, perspective is huge, right? How you see something. Um, then I think for a lot of people, it does become a lifestyle change and not just a quick fix to whatever their weight loss goal is for that month.
yeah.
Mhm.
I want to ask you because like I want people to definitely follow you, and I want more people to come that are watching this to come to your class. So I want to hype you up a little bit. So what makes your class different from every? What makes it unique? Because apparently there's a reason why it's maxed out. That
Yeah.
means you're killing. You're on fire right now. If that's a water, I'll throw it on you right now.
Um,
Splash. But
I
what makes it?
want to say what makes it unique. What makes it unique is the people that come, honestly. Like I love my class so much and they know that I have so much love for them. But it's it's ultimately just creating a space, at least for the Power class, that
Mhm.
most women don't have. So I want to say a majority of the women in my class are mothers, um, or just women who have been caretakers. So coming to a class where they don't have to worry about anything else but enjoying themselves for that hour, it's uh it's it's therapeutic for them. And then I don't ever like make easy workouts. I purposely make it hard. And again, women realizing their own strength and maybe initially walking in, seeing the board, thinking, oh my God, Keanna's crazy. I'm not going to do 10 burpees. And then doing it, it's like, okay, yeah, so I'm going to come next week and I want to see what the next challenge is going to be. Um, So I'm big on, of course, modifying if you need to, if you have a bad knee or something like that. But pushing people to their limit to where they really see the growth.
Hmm.
Um, and then, yeah, it's just overall just such an uplifting environment because everyone is cheering each other on. I make sure that everyone walks in knowing that we're a family and like a team dynamic. I want you to cheer on the person next to you. I want you see the person next to you. They only did 5 push-ups, but they could do 8. Tell them to do 3 more, because it builds a camaraderie and it makes women feel good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So definitely check out her class. Yeah,
Yeah.
she has a lot of videos on her page.
Mhm.
Um, the one thing I want to talk about when I ask you, because this is something I want to kind of break this mentality, because a lot of people I always hear, especially when like you said, when people see you, uh, they might feel like, oh, this girl is better than me or whatever. Because I always hear a lot of people, if I get to this weight, if I get to this body, I'll be happy. And I love
Mhm.
what you said, that you can't, when it comes to fitness, it can't be an end goal. It has to be like a lifestyle. Honestly, that's what it is. Like, it has to be a way of life that you just practice every single day. And like you said, it's not gonna, if you're gonna lose any weight or gain any kind of progression, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna go work out one session with their fitness is key session, and tomorrow you're gonna be like lose all your weight. You're gonna have to
Exactly.
go into a lot of sessions. So I want to ask you is, even I know you're pretty healthy, you're pretty fit, and I know a lot of people I always hear, like, they see somebody like you, okay, this girl, she's perfect, she got the body, she probably doesn't have any insecurities, she probably doesn't have any doubts within herself. But
Mhm.
I always tell people, look, everybody has insecurities, everybody has flaws, everybody has doubts. You may see somebody that's on IG that's looks like a statue,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, not only from my own experience, don't think that, okay, if I get this type of body, if I look like this person, then all my insecurities will go away.
Yeah, if I look like
Um,
this, then I'll be happy.
yeah,
No.
exactly. So I want to hear from you. If you don't mind opening up a little bit into what insecurities that you have for yourself,
Mhm.
to let people know. But and I loved how you said it before. You said it's an ongoing journey. Like,
Yeah.
you're constantly just working on yourself every single day. It never stops. Honestly, you're constantly working on yourself, and I think that's one thing that people don't see. Like, they see the Keanna now, but they don't see the old Ken, who used to be before, and what you
Yeah.
and the process and the journey that led up to who you are, uh, being the powerful, empowering woman you are today. So
Mhm.
I just want you to, if you don't mind sharing that, so I want people to get out their head, stop trying to look like this person, stop trying to
Yeah.
get this perfect body. Just work out to be healthy, and work out to feel good. I think that's the thing. Just feel good about yourself,
Mhm.
and just be happy about yourself. To look in the mirror and look, oh wow, I feel good, I feel happy, I see progress, and that's what the fulfillment comes. And I don't want, because that's something I want people to hear, because that's what stops. I feel like that's what stops most people is insecurity. They go to the gym and they see everybody. Oh wow, oh wow,
Mhm.
everybody looks like this. I'm the only one that's kind of, I haven't worked out in years.
Mhm.
I feel uncomfortable going in there and working out. And that's why I love what you share. Like, you have your tight knit family. So it doesn't matter what kind of shape you're in right now, you
No.
know,
No.
just go in there, and those people will show you love and support, and just go in and start your journey.
Mhm.
But I want to, if you don't mind, if you want to share like the insecurities you have and that you currently still work on to this day.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mean, first thing about all my physical insecurities is of insecurities. Um, but I think you were talking about it a little bit right now too, and I also saw something recently on Instagram, and it was about comparing, and it said you should never compare because what you're doing is ultimately, when you compare yourself to someone else, then you're hoping that you're higher than them. And if that is what brings you happiness, then you'll never be happy,
Mhm,
which, is so true.
mhm,
And unfortunately, we live in a generation where social media it's literally at our hands. We have access to all these different pictures. As a young woman, constantly looking at girls that, are in their bikinis and, all this other stuff. And editing pictures too, and it's hard when it's constantly thrown at you, right? The stereotypical um, definition of beauty and what it means to um, kind of be happy too. I think a lot of people think that, oh, if I'm beautiful, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
But that's also like, I mean, it's true, but the definition of beauty isn't true.
I feel
Because
like,
it's
like,
true in that, like, if I think I'm beautiful, it is more likely that I'm gonna be happy because I'm loving myself. But that doesn't mean that I need to be skinny or I need to be fair-skinned or I need to be, I can have these other attributes that make me so beautiful that don't align with how other people would perceive it or how
mhm,
they how we've been taught. Um Insecurities, as far as, like your career and academics go, I feel like insecurities are ultimately just like fear, right? Fear of not being enough. So when it comes to being a young girl, unfortunately, marriage is big for a lot of young women, and the need to find a man and to be whatever his goddess is or whatever you're supposed to think, right, to fulfill your partner's satisfactions, I guess. I don't even know how to explain it, but that's really hard on myself and a lot of other women. um, and then I think for me, another insecurity that I'm dealing with at my current age is figuring it out. Whatever my career or my life is going to be, just this constant stress of, is someone else doing better than I am financially? Is someone else uh, are they getting job offers that I'm not getting? Are
mhm.
they yeah. So I mean, there's standards that you wanna meet that, um, having other people around you helps with, right? Because 'Cause you're able to
Mhm,
push yourself towards a certain goal, but
mhm.
I do think that comparing and insecurities and fear ultimately just bring you down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Um, I'm interested to hear like, when you the people that come to your gym, right? The clients, when you have those conversations with people, what's usually their inspiration to change or to work out? Is it more mental? Is it more physical? Like, I'm just interested to hear that
Yeah.
feedback.
I wanna say almost 100% of the people that either work with me or that I've talked to that are on, health and fitness journey, their motivation is physical. I want
Yeah,
to look a certain way,
yeah,
and it's the ones that do stay consistent that realize the benefits of everything else when it comes to the emotional, the, mental, benefits of working out and being healthy, and I I could slam it and tell them as many times as I want that, it's not just about the physical, but really not until they actually experience the other benefits do they actually believe in that. And it's not enough of a motivation for them to stay consistent. So, I mean, if the physical aspect is what it has to be to actually motivate people, then I'm
yeah.
here for it. Yeah, just anything to uh, get you moving,
Started.
you
Yeah.
active.
Okay. I want to ask you is, when you how much because I know you said that you do a lot of physical work. But how much for your personal life? How much focus? Because I love your mindset. I love how the journey that you've gone through. Because I know it kind of molded you to who you are today.
Mhm.
Uh, how much attention do you put on your mental and emotional health as much as you do your physical health? Because I feel like a lot of people, they focus on their physical health, but they don't realize how important it is to focus on your emotional mental health as much as you put on your physical health. Because I always see a lot of people and they go work out. Uh, Usually, they work out because like you said, they trying to attain a specific body. A lot of people are just heartbroken, trying to prove that X, trying
That revenge body. Oh,
that revenge body.
the
I,
revenge.
I, I, remember I saw somebody post on social media. I was dying when I heard it. It was like, please somebody break my heart so I can start working out again.
Yeah, that's so true.
I was like,
Um,
oh man, that was
yeah.
so funny. But and that one thing I do see a lot of people, and I'm just curious of what you see too, because you go around a lot of people. Like a lot of people work out and focus all their attention on their physical health, but they never put any attention to their mental and emotional health. Where it doesn't matter how great their body looks, but if you don't fix those things that you do mentally or emotionally, then regardless of, you can look like an IG model and feel like, and
Yeah.
everybody thinks you're perfect, but then inside you're not.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you your opinion, like, how much focus you put on your emotional health? Did you always put a lot of focus on your mental, emotional in the beginning? Was it more like, okay, was it more physical in the beginning when you started your journey, and then you realized, oh wow, I need to balance this out. I need to move. So I'm just interested to hear that perspective from you, because I feel like a lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah, no,
Why?
that's a really good question, actually. I'm excited that we're talking about it. Um, so yeah, so again, my emotional health really wasn't a priority to me um, until more recently. And kind of going back to what you just said right now. So I created my fitness page maybe 2 years ago now. And
Mhm.
there was a time where I was like still kind of slowly getting followers. And then there was a time where like I did start gaining a little bit more popularity.
Mhm.
Um, and I definitely think that it started getting to my head a little bit, seeing other fitness influencers who really sexualized their career. Uh, Again, Instagram models who have to
Yeah.
show their butt every time,
Yeah.
and I honestly like felt the pressure, like, okay, well, if I need to gain this following, um, that's kind of what I had to do too. So uh, I think it was a huge turning point when my family and my boyfriend had talked to me about um, staying true to myself. Because in that moment, I didn't even realize that I was losing myself because I just thought, oh, this is what I'm doing now. I'm doing fitness. This is what, my page is supposed to look like. Um, I need to keep working out so that I can stay in shape, so that I can keep up with my fitness page. So when I post, you know, I can motivate others by having the ideal body that they would want. Um, so that was uh, big turning point where I had to realize that not only culturally were we raised to be modest, but also for me personally, I was never really that type of girl that wanted a lot of attention, especially for like physical.
Mhm.
Um, as far as academics and sports went, like I loved the recognition, but when it came to stuff like that, that wasn't really who I was. So having people in my circle remind me that I need to be genuine and stop and not to lose myself, because it's so easy to lose yourself in social media.
Mhm.
Um, was is something I'm so grateful for. Um, but that also just goes back to this idea of like validation, and like your question was about physical versus emotional and mental. I think it's so easy for people to focus on their physical health because of the validation that they get from others. The minute
Yeah.
you start losing weight, or the minute you start gaining,
Likes.
muscles, yeah, and likes, then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'm doing something right. Like, let me keep doing that. So it's easy to put off the mental and the emotional because no one sees that. Like, that's all self work.
Yeah.
What I've realized now that I've started doing it is that you actually end up getting more likes when you do also take care of your mental and emotional, because you're a happier person, you're a kinder person. You having that positive energy, like, just naturally spreads to other people and they can feel it.
Mhm.
So, um, you should do it. My stepdad always says that you should do it for your life, not for your likes. I hate that I'm saying that right now, but he's very true when it comes to stuff like that. Uh, is that the healthier and the happier you are, the healthier and happier the people around you will be. Um, so I think that answers your question. Sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent about all this other stuff.